Hey, so I'm working on a hat. It's gonna be a hat. Yeah. Can you see that? You can see that. I forgot to turn the lamp off. That's what's going on. Can you see that? Much better. And why did my camera angle fall? Yeah, I always think I have this thing all set up, and then I start and I don't. Anyway, so I thought I would half tell the story of Taffy and talk about goals, mutual goals, I guess. We're looking at houses, and I keep having this reoccurring nightmare that we buy someplace, and it turns out it used to be a petting zoo and they left all the animals behind. And I told the husband about it the other day, and I'm like, I'm having this reoccurring nightmare that, they left all the animals behind. He's like, oh, cool, what kind? No, it's a nightmare. Yeah, what kind? Because what for me would be a nightmare for him is a dream on some subjects. When we bought the house in Tacoma, they had an old, some reports 14 years old, some reports 17 years old, golden retriever that they had overbred, because when you breed a golden retriever to a pit bull, you get long-haired golden pits. Overbred. And one of the neighbors reports that she lived in the basement for many years at a time. When we got there, she had been in the backyard for at least a month by herself, and some of the neighbors had been bringing her food and water through the fence. Sweet dog. Just absolute sweetheart of a dog. Her teeth were they were ground down to the gum lines from chewing on her chains. She had worms, really bad worms. Went to the vet twice on that, could never get rid of them completely. Her name was Taffy, and her last 2 years of her life were pampered, because that's what you're supposed to do. So now we're looking at getting another house. I already said she came with the house. I explained that. He's in the other room chirping in. I'm having nightmares that we're going to wind up with new animals that we're responsible for, because we will be responsible for them if they're there. Anything from stray barn cats to somebody leaving their dog behind. He likes the idea. I'm allergic to all things fur. I really am. Hives and itches and wheezing and coughing and we'll take them if they're there. Yeah. When you have a relationship with somebody, you have to have communication, because you have to communicate what to you is a negative and what to you is a positive. And they have to communicate what to them is a negative and what to them is a positive, so that you're both on the same page. You may not agree, but you're on the same page. I don't want more animals right now. I want to get settled and get into a routine before I add more things on. I don't want to move in and garden the first year. Yeah, I'll have plants, but I don't want a full garden the first year. I don't want animals the first year. I don't want a vending schedule the first year. Yes, I do want to vend again, but I don't want to be committed before we know what our commitments with the property, house, whatever we buy is. I want a year or two of nothing stressful. Knock on wood. In the meantime, that was 4 minutes. I'm tired. You getting used to that, right? I took a Vicodin for my back yesterday. My back's been hurting. When I made the oatmeal cookies the other day, it was an endurance game to get to the end because my back hurt. And I've been taking Aleve and Naprosat and ibuprofen and Tylenol, and nothing's been touching it. Maximum doses of each on schedule. It still hurts. It hurts getting up, it hurts going down. It hurts laying down. It hurts when I wake up. I have back problems. I know this. I got sick in January and my immune system is just in the last 3 weeks decided to wake back up and start attacking things, and my arthritis is really bad. I don't know if you'll be able to, you really can't see. The joints swell. His are more obvious. There, you can see it there. His are more obvious because his arthritis is on these joints, so it just looks deformed. But your top fingers, if you go like this with your hand, you can't see it. Can you see how they're swollen? They hurt. Anyway, the back started hurting a week and a half ago or so, about a week ago. And yesterday, coming back from the hospital, I figured that I really, really needed to get a handle on it if I'm going to help him get better. That's my excuse. I pulled out an old pain pill. I took it. I've taken a couple of muscle relaxants 3 days ago. They did nothing, which means it's not muscular. And I wasn't really expecting the Vicodin to work because Vicodin works on nerve injuries, nerve pain, which is why it's good for dental. Wipe the pain right out. 30 minutes after taking the Vicodin, the back didn't hurt for about 3 hours. Which means it's either a bulged disc or a slipped disc, or it's the arthritis, or it's an erosion. Those are my choices. I'm betting it's the arthritis. The hip gives way wrong when I'm stepping sometimes, which that would be a muscular, but I don't know. Anyway, I took a Vicodin. I try really, really hard to not take narcotics. I try to go over the counter only. But when you've gone through 20 pain patches in a week and you're maxing out on over the counter, once he's better in a week or so, then we'll start making an appointment for me to go in and get the back x-rayed. Because it's not emergent. You know, I've done this before. Chances are it's because I got fat. In all honesty, there's a maximum carry load your body can handle, and everybody's body is different. For me, when I hit about 240, 245, my balance goes away, and I start getting really tired standing in lines, and I start using my cane again. By 250, my knees hurt every day of the week. It hurts to walk. It hurts to go up and down stairs. By 255, my back goes out. It's 248 this morning. So I'm right in that zone. So let's lose some weight, which is something himself has got to do as well because his blood pressure is through the ceiling, and if I catch you giving him junk food, I will hurt you. His blood pressure and cholesterol are too high. Okay, it's been 8 minutes. Bye-bye.